Boy, they'll kill me.
Don't do that. My mama will get you.
It's recording. 1, 2, 3. It's recording. So let's start that over. Abby, what a blessing you are. What a blessing. You again, that smile. That smile. I mean, you're exactly what God intended us to be.
Well, thank you.
House in a dark world, and you come in here. When you come into the center, it just lights all of us up. Sasha and I, we can be down. You come in, we're on cloud 9. You're down 96 pounds as of this moment.
Yes.
Abby, 96 pounds, y'all. And how tall are you?
I think I'm 5'2", maybe 5'3".
Girl, I was looking at that picture of myself and Sasha. Sasha's 5'7", I'm 6'3", and you're in between us, you know.
I was so short.
I know. I didn't realize that. Tall people don't realize how tall they are, you know. So I didn't realize I'd seen the picture. And for you to have lost that much weight, that's had to be a life-changing experience.
It has been. It's so weird. It's crazy. I don't even recognize myself.
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
Strangest thing. I love it though.
Well, I've got a lot I want to talk to you about, a lot of questions, and you folks that are watching, please ask questions. I mean, you got a star here, okay? A star born on Planet Explosive. Y'all have to ask her questions now.
Ask me anything.
Abby, before we start, would you tell them a little bit about yourself and how your journey began? I mean, what you do, who you are, and how this got started for you. What was that moment?
Well, so I will be 36 years old this year.
Time out. I told you I'd interrupt a lot.
That's okay.
36? No way.
36. In December the 11th, I'll be 36.
You and my wife are drinking. Sorry, I keep interrupting. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
You and my wife must be drinking out of the same fountain because really. So we go out and folks, are y'all married? Me and Sasha. And oh, you robbed the cradle or whatever. We're the same age. But Sasha looks so much younger than I do. And I look a lot older than I am. I don't know what that's on the program. But I would have thought you were in your late 20s.
No, I'll be 36 and it's going to be the best year of my life.
I promise I'm not going to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
I'm not going to interrupt your whatever you're going to say. Go ahead and tell us more about yourself.
Okay. So I have a 15-year-old daughter. My husband and I have been married for 16 years. I live in Rome. I work at the hospital in Cartersville in the lab. And the way I got to losing 96 pounds is I've done everything. I've done every diet that there ever was. I've taken diet pills. I've gone to the gym. I've done everything. I've done Thrive. And I did good with Thrive, but I didn't stick to it.
Yeah.
I lost like 32 pounds and then I was happy. And so I started eating again. Yeah. I've done Shibboleth a couple of times, but not like I've done it this time. Mm-hmm. But in April, I just decided that I didn't want to do this anymore. I just wanted it to be done and over with, and I wanted my life back, and so nothing was going to stop me. And we decided to go to a 4-day music festival in October. So that was my goal. I didn't have a number in my head. I didn't have like a certain number I wanted to be. I didn't want to lose a certain amount of weight. I just wanted to be comfortable and happy. Mm-hmm. And so I meant that no holidays, no cheating of any kind, nothing was going to stop me. No pop-up dinner, nothing that I was not prepared for. So when October got here, I had done it.
Wow.
And I had the best time. It was fun.
I bet. And I can't overstate on, again, not to be harsh, but on your frame, carrying that much weight, and you still being so young.
Mm-hmm. It was hard. My body hurt so bad all the time. I felt so old.
Mm-hmm.
And I work kind of weird hours. I work 5 in the morning till 1:30 in the afternoon. So I get up at 3 in the morning every day. And so when I come home, I just wanted to sleep. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to lay on the couch, but then I couldn't get up because I was hurting all over.
Mm-hmm.
And just everything just hurt on me all the time. And it was miserable. It was absolutely miserable.
Mm.
And so now I don't have that problem anymore. It's great.
And you just named off just stuff I'm picking up on. Abby would have like the ultimate excuses not to do this. Number one, you work off shift out. You work off hours,
Mm-hmm.
hours, which is a huge excuse that we hear. You've got a child, you're married. It was really hard to get started because you just felt so bad. You've got this food addiction that's been with you for years, going to be really hard habit to break. I mean, everything that could go against you, you got going against you, but you made a decision.
Yes. And that's what you have to do. You have to make up your mind and mean it. And I always tell people to keep their goal in the front of their brain at all times. Anytime you think, well, I really just want to eat this, you have to go back to your goal and your why and think about it and remember it and don't act on impulses, and you'll get there. You'll get there. But I have a very supportive family, and I was very selfish in the beginning. I didn't care what they ate. I ate what I needed to eat to do me and get it done. And when you say food addiction, that's very, very true, because just like I would think with an alcoholic, you can't have just one drink.
Right.
And I couldn't have just one cheat meal because I didn't trust myself to get back on the program and finish it out. Mm-hmm. So I just didn't have any. I just made up my mind, and I still have only had 2 holidays, but not because I don't trust myself now, but because I just don't feel the reason to. There's so many things I can have that I love, that are good to me and for me, and that I can have the Shibboleth way, and I don't miss out on anything. So.
Awesome. And let me tell our folks that are in the room, the Zoom room, first of all, folks on Facebook Live, there's a post probably right below wherever this post is at that says Abby Dees in the Zoom room. You can go right up. You can meet Abby. Instead of just hearing her, you'll be able to see and hear her. So come do that with us. Hey, Devin. Hey, Jason. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, everybody. Come to the Zoom room if you see the post. You'll see a post that says Abby Dees is with me. All right. And then you folks that are in the Zoom room, notice that on the chat, it says, in the chat, it will say like from and to. If it says to all panelists, you need to change that to everyone. Some of you are saying, am I alone? Well, it's because you've got it set to panelists only, and you need to set it to everyone. Then we can all engage and interact. And we are recording this, already getting some private messages as it's being recorded. So, yes.
Probably from my mama. She wanted to make sure it was recorded.
Absolutely. And I understand. I mean, she's got to be so proud of you.
She is.
Yeah. Now, how many years did you deal with being overweight?
Well, all my life. I've dieted all my life. Watched what I've ate and up and down yo-yo dieting my whole entire life. But I would say overweight probably six years or so, I would say.
About 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Were you on any, and Buddy's got a question for you in a moment. Okay. Were you on any prescription medications?
No.
You're one of the blessed ones then. I know a friend of mine, she's extremely overweight. She's one of the blessed ones, not on any medications yet. And what a blessing, because most people are. So you really decided to head this off for just self-esteem, self-confidence, and energy reasons.
Yes, I couldn't even look in the mirror anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that person. And I didn't like her, and I didn't I didn't want to see her anymore.
It takes a level of disgust to change.
Mm-hmm.
But Buddy Van Meter's asking, how long have you been on Shibboleth?
I started April the 19th of this year.
April. So that's May, June, July, August, September. Whoa. 7 months, 96 pounds.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not done.
That's how quick one can change their life. That's drive. That is
crazy.
Yeah. What does your husband think about this change?
Well, I'll tell you the funny thing. Last night he was messing with me, and I was getting ready to go to bed because I go to bed with the chickens because I have to get up so early. And he was just standing there. So you're not going to give me a hug? And he said, "There's nothing to hug." I said, "Oh, I love that. Thank you."
That's special. That's special. Yeah.
He sees how happy I am and how much I've just changed so much. I just feel like I have life again. So.
Yeah. And let me say this to folks listening, because we never know who's listening, and more importantly, who's going to listen in the future. Because this thing goes on our website and it goes on Facebook. I seen a video that we put out there. It was a bad video too. I almost deleted it. We put it out there 3 years ago and it had like 24,000 views now. And when we did it, it was awful, so you never know who this is going to touch. And I just want to say this to the people that are in a relationship, and I get it. I totally get it. When one of the people in the relationship wants to change, let them change, because there's always, okay, she or he, they're losing weight, whatever. There's this subconscious thing that can go on. Am I going to lose this person? I'm not saying y'all dealt with this. It just hit me in the moment. Am I going to lose this person now that they're finding their self? And subconsciously, you can be a saboteur because you're afraid the balance of power is changing and shifting, and you don't even know that you're doing it. But it's a miscalculation, because when somebody in the relationship takes care of themselves and becomes a happier person, they make the people in their life happier.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, he's happier because you're happy.
Yeah. Yes, I think so. And he's been a very good sport. He has not complained about having to eat frozen pizza or going to McDonald's, or because he eats like a bird, but he has not complained one time. And he'll eat Shibboleth stuff that I fix, but if that's not what he wants to eat that night, then he can find something else.
There you go. That's right. Bobby's asking, and make sure that it says, if you've got it over here in the chat where it says to all panelists, I got to figure out how there's a default to, so I can set that to everyone, but change that to everyone if you want to interact with the other folks in the chat. Bobby asked, what was one of your basic days like? Just give us an overview of a day or two of what Abby would eat.
Okay, so usually it's different on the weekends and during the week. During the week, I will have either a shake for breakfast, or a Quest bar, or a peanut butter wrap for breakfast, and then, or yogurt. I love my yogurt. And then for lunch, I'll have a chicken wrap. I like the rotisserie deli chicken with lettuce and fat-free cheese on an extreme fiber wrap. And then for dinner, I'll have either fish and broccoli, or cabbage. I'll have chicken and cabbage, or broccoli, or some category 2. Or I'll have a grilled chicken salad. I love the Waldorf chicken salad. I make that a lot. My 15-year-old loves that, so we make that a lot. What else do I eat? Egg white omelets with spinach and fat-free cheese. I love those. I eat those on the weekends when I have time to cook. And I also swap them up. I'll eat breakfast for dinner. I may eat the same thing for lunch for dinner that I eat for lunch, but I've kept it very simple because I needed to do what I was going to stick to.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love the cottage cheese with ranch packet.
Oh yeah.
With sliced bell peppers. I love that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I eat a lot of that.
No wonder you've melted. Those are great ones. How does your 15-year-old feel about these changes?
Well, she told me the other day, she's like, okay, this was fun in the beginning, but take my clothes off. Like, stay out of my closet.
You're wearing her clothes?
Yeah, I steal her clothes. But I bought them, so it's okay.
Yeah. Well, tell us about that. I mean, size-wise, how many sizes have you went down?
I went from a 23 to a 12.
Wow. Incredible.
And the scrubs that I was wearing for work, the tops were 3X's, and now I'm wearing a 1X, an extra large, but they're way too big. I'm going tomorrow to buy new scrubs, so I think I may get a medium. I don't know. I'll have to try.
That's crazy. That is so good. And your peer group, your coworkers, how are they responding to your?
Oh my gosh. I have so many people stop me in the hospital and say, what are you doing? Every time I see you, you're getting smaller and smaller, and you're the girl that's doing that thing, and what is that thing you're doing? And so I've had, I think, 37 people now, I think, sign up. So.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. If you don't know, anytime somebody signs up, they leave your name as a referral. We track that, and we try to be a blessing back as much as we can, because that's how we keep this mission going. And Abby she's referred. Here's the truth, and there's nothing any of us do about it. But if 37 people listed your name when they signed up, you've probably helped 100 folks get involved. Because a lot of people, you'd be surprised, they do this secretly. They don't want anybody knowing they're doing it because they're afraid to fail.
Yes, I've had people tell me that. I don't want to sign up because I'm afraid I'll fail.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. How did you overcome the fear of failure?
I don't know. I think because I have had that in the past, that fear, but this time I just didn't. I don't know. It was just weird. Something clicked in my brain, and I just thought, I'm just doing it this time, and I'm just doing it.
Now,
So
do y'all eat out much?
We eat, we go to El Nepal and in Adairsville and have Mexican, and that's my favorite thing to eat. And we'll go to Chili's, and I get the salmon and the broccoli with extra broccoli, no rice.
Mm-hmm.
I take my own wrap to the Mexican place, and I get chicken fajitas, and I take my own light sour cream, and I just pull all my stuff out of my bag, and I don't care.
Yeah, that's right. You got to be a little crazy.
Yes, right.
You do. I mean, what's that? I read a thing the other day that said, let people laugh at me because I'm different, and I'll laugh at them because they're all the same.
Yeah.
So very, very, very cool. Now, you said Mexican. Anytime somebody says that, it's one of my favorites. What do you get at a Mexican restaurant that's approved?
I get the chicken fajitas. I have gotten 3 soft shell tacos and took the insides out and put it in my wrap with no cheese. And then my light sour cream. I have gotten I think it was a chef salad with no cheese or croutons, but then I ordered the chicken fajita and put it on top, the meat and the vegetables on top of the salad, and used salsa as my dressing. It was delicious.
Awesome.
So that's what I usually get when I go there.
Yeah, and
but there are other things that you can get that are approved.
Oh, so many. How do you avoid the chips? Just say no.
Yeah, I just don't eat them because I know where they're gonna go, and I don't want them there. So.
Yeah, and if you're new here, I take in my chips, and if I forget my approved chips, because there's many different approved chips, then I just ask for sliced bell peppers. That's
yes, I do that. I didn't know until later that I could ask for those, but I have taken my own and dipped those.
Yeah.
And I will say that I have stuck to 1s and 2s. I don't eat 3s.
Yeah, that's cool. You don't have to have 3s.
No. But I knew that was the fastest way to get where I wanted to be, so that's what I stuck with.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for those people that say that carbohydrate are essential, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm sorry, they don't. They don't. But we can have carbs. That's what I tell people. They say, you eliminate carbs. No, we do not. We do not eliminate carbs.
That's what people ask me. So it's no carbs? I'm like, no. No, that's not.
I mean, a life without potatoes, come on. I couldn't do that. But the truth is, if your body's getting fat, your body will turn into a fat burning machine instead of a carb burning machine. But we can have carbs. You can have carbs on the program. You just have to make sure that you combine the right other foods with the carbs and the fruit, and you're good. So good job. Good job.
Thank you.
So Diana says, I do that too. I take my bonitos. Good stuff. Let me see what they're asking over here. Seems like Mexican food in Georgia is very popular. Bobby, remind me where you're from. But yes, we've got Mexican. How many Mexican restaurants, Abby, do you think we have between Cartersville and Raleigh?
Oh gosh, a lot.
Robin Nichols says, Abby is my hero.
Oh, hey Robin.
I know how she struggled. She did it. Yay, Abby. I'll say you've done it. You've really.
Thanks. I also take my salad dressing with me. I'll put it in my pocketbook and
me too.
Take it with me and
in my pocketbook.
Yeah, and I just pull it out. I don't care.
Yeah, I've got a pocketbook too. It's my survival. I do. It doesn't like.
Yeah, you gotta have them.
Yeah, I remember my dad telling me years and years ago. I've been doing this a long time. He said, "You're not taking that in Red Lobster." I said, "Yeah, I am." He said, "For God's sake, so you just eat like a man." But he also wanted me to lose weight, and prior preparation prevents performance.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you experienced anything adverse or negative about your new lifestyle? Anything you don't like?
No.
There's
nothing.
You like it.
I love it.
Did you notice this? When I was extremely overweight, I knew I didn't feel good. And I knew that I wanted to change and I was going to change. But I never realized just how bad I did feel until I lost it.
Yes.
I'm like, how did I ever live that way?
Yes. I don't know why it took me so long. I could have felt this way a long time ago. But it makes me thankful and grateful that, I have done it. But yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. I'll never go back. I'll never go back.
No.
People that go back, all I can say, I'm not downing, they just didn't have the level of disgust with my old self that I had.
Yes.
And I worked so hard to get the weight off. Didn't take long, but I worked hard.
Yes.
And I'm never going back.
That's what every time I lose 20 pounds, I'm like, those 20 pounds they will never come back. I will never see them again.
Yeah.
And I mean that.
Yeah, I believe you do. I believe you do. For you to do it the way that you did it, it was hard work, dedication, but it's so worth it.
Yes, so worth it.
Let's see what they're saying here. Buddy says, Dalton is carpet meals and Mexican restaurants. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. God bless Abby. Good stuff there. Good stuff. So when you do stuff, you kind of shared with us what your days look like. It sounded to me like you really did keep it simple. And like you were replacing a couple of meals a day with maybe a prepackaged item like a Quest bar, and then in the eat, which you don't have to do, but that's goes that path, and then you would have a real meal one time a day.
Well, sometimes not always. If I mainly do the bars if I feel like not, maybe I'm going back and forth a little bit with a few ounces, and that's what I've done this week. So, but I also like to cook the crock pot barbecue chicken. I love that. And I'll make enough of that to take for lunch the next day with some squash or cabbage or whatever, category 2.
Exercise on a plate.
Yes. But I also eat a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches. I eat egg white sandwiches. I like the Italian chicken roll up recipe.
Yeah.
I've made the pizza, crock pot pizza. I did eat 3s that day.
That's a good one.
It is good. It is good.
What about, did you ever try the unstuffed cabbage rolls?
No, I haven't tried that yet, but I want to. And every time I make cabbage, I'm like, dang, I meant to try that.
Yeah, you're missing out. That's a good one. That's my favorite.
Try that one.
Thousands of recipes. That one's probably my favorite if I had to pick one.
I see everybody likes that one, so I need to try that.
Okay. Bobby asked, that was her being she's so young. Did you have any skin issues?
No, and that is what I was afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
But not yet. I still want to lose about 30 more pounds. So hopefully I won't, but I'm just going to use some of that lotion, that firming lotion.
Hey, it works. It works. It does. I mean, it definitely helps. And then after you lose all of your weight, if you begin then working out, then within 2 years, you'll be better off than you were before. I mean,
yes.
From even the skin standpoint, it takes time. Your body, your skin has to adjust. Did you exercise?
No. And that's what I was going to say is that I'm fixing to start doing that. I have not, I walked a little bit during, I think it was one of the challenges that we did. I was walking a little bit, but I walk nonstop at work. And I know that's not exercise, but it's not sitting there either.
Right.
But I am going to start doing some yoga or something like that.
Perfect. And I wanted to say, and this is not going to be popular, Abby did it right. I did it right. Let me explain. It's not that you're doing it wrong if you try to do this and exercise. But statistically speaking, most people fail when they try to do that. And you will become more addicted to the exercise because of the release of endorphins and give up proper nutrition, assuming you can eat more because you're expending extra energy. And it's a trick. I lost all of my weight without any exercise. Abby lost all of it. You hear that routinely with people like Cindy Walters down 180 pounds. No exercise, just food. But then you get to a place, and I bet Abby agrees with me, where you've gotten so addicted now to achieving goals.
Yes.
You lose all the weight, and you're like, what's next?
Now what?
Exercise.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the right way to do it. Not that the other way's wrong, but you better have your wits about you, because I know a lot of people that try to take on too much too quick, and they give up the nutrition part, which is, I mean, it's not
so important. Yes. Yes.
Diana Gray. I'm snorting. She cracked me up. You answered Vicky's question about exercise. Diana Gray says, I'm going to fill a tub with firming lotion and swim in it. Too much. Good stuff. All right. So, is anything funny? I know you talked about what's good about it, what's bad about it, nothing. What's been funny about it? Anything funny happen or something you can do now you couldn't do before?
Well, there are a lot of things, yes. I think this is so funny. So the other night I was changing my clothes and I saw this knot on my chest and I was kind of freaking out a little bit. I was like, what is this? And I was like pushing on it and it's like, it doesn't hurt. What is that? So I showed my husband. I was like, what is this? Do you see this? And he said, what? I said, this knot right here. Do you have one? What is that? And he said, your sternum. I was like, oh, I've never seen that before.
Oh, that's so funny because I swear if you don't know what she's talking about, it happened to me again today. We were in jiu-jitsu and the guy that was working out, we were in there and he says he's working on his 6-pack. And I said, I got a 2-pack, but the problem is it's not muscle, it's my sternum. I discovered it after I lost the weight. I was looking in the mirror. I was like, I've got a 2-pack. And I went, no, that's my sternum. I've never seen it.
I thought I needed to go to the doctor. I thought I had something wrong.
Yeah, it's your sternum. That's hilarious.
Yeah. But we went to a concert a few weeks ago, and we sat out on the ground, and so I was sitting down on our blanket, and I went to stand up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just stood up.
Yeah.
It was so easy. Like, I didn't have to roll around and push myself up and have this big production of me trying to get up off the ground.
Yes, I've been there.
I'm going to do that again. And I sat down and just got back up again. It was so weird.
Yeah, it is. It's the best thing ever.
It is.
Now, what concert did you go to?
ZZ Top.
Yeah, one of my favorites. That's awesome. So you had a good time at ZZ Top?
Yes, it was fun. It was a good time.
Have you noticed this yet? That first of all, I do more like that. I know some people probably haven't been so low, but I wouldn't go to, when I was overweight, I wouldn't go to concerts. I didn't want to walk on the beach. If I had to go to any of that stuff, I was not excited about it. And I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be around people. And I didn't feel like it. Now I'm like, I'm in.
Yes.
I didn't know you liked Def Leppard. It don't matter. I'm in.
Yes, I would hate when my friends would ask me to go somewhere because I wanted to go, but I just couldn't. I couldn't. I didn't have anything to wear. I didn't want anybody to look at me. And Lord, I didn't want to see somebody I hadn't seen in forever, and then they wouldn't recognize me because I'd gained so much weight. Yeah. And so every time somebody would ask me, do you want to go here? I'd be like, oh God, please don't ask me that. Please don't ask me to go anywhere. And so I just quit going anywhere, doing anything. And now I want to do everything. I want to go everywhere and do everything and see everything. And so
yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it makes losing weight makes all the good things much, much better.
Yes.
And it makes all of the bad things more tolerable.
Mm-hmm.
Because you feel good about yourself.
Yep. I've noticed that I do let more things just kind of roll off my back, and I don't let myself get all worked up about little things anymore. And I don't know. I don't worry about stuff like I did before.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm not miserable, so.
I'm not the same person. And, my change was so drastic that, in fact, all of the people, not all, but almost all, and this is probably for other people out there this probably isn't a normal thing, but for me, all of the people that were in my life that I couldn't imagine life without, they dumped me. It's strange. But then what happened was, it's just the normal law of attraction. I became more outgoing and that kind of thing, and began to believe in myself, self-respect, and you start attracting a whole new peer group.
Yeah.
And it's just great. But there's some dark times for some of y'all where, if you're not careful, you'll self-sabotage because all you've ever known is this old lifestyle, and you'll self-sabotage back to it. Don't do that. Doesn't sound like Abby's going to do that.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you've come so far. Well, you're already a successful person. To have the occupation that you have, I wasn't. To have the occupation that you have, you had to go to school, you had to be dedicated to school, and all these kind of things. And, you had some self-confidence. It sounds like it's just this one area of life that was lacking.
Yeah. I didn't know that I really had this in me. Like, I didn't know that I could really do it and, stick it out, and just like, I went to a family reunion when I first started, and I didn't eat anything there. I took my own wrap. I took I don't remember if it was a turkey or chicken wrap or peanut butter wrap or something, but it waited on me while everybody else ate these tacos that I probably could have ate, but it was in the beginning and I didn't know. I wasn't,
right,
that far into it yet. So I just didn't eat anything because I didn't want to mess it up. So, but I didn't care. And people were like, don't you want to eat? Aren't you hungry? Or how do you do that? But it doesn't bother me. And now it's nothing to, you know, sit at a table of people eating cake and not eat it. It doesn't even faze me.
Makes you sick.
Yeah.
It does me. It's almost like after a while, it takes time. You get more hooked on the feeling of likeness and, you know, what most people call starving, I call pleasure.
Yes.
It took a long time to get there. But I cannot stand to feel all that food in my gut. I cannot. No. I feel unhealthy.
Yes, I don't like that feeling. And even if I overeat on Shibboleth food, I don't like that feeling.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I like to feel a lightness, energy, and you can't feel that when you're stuffing yourself to the brim. Right. You can't do it. But it takes time. It does take time. I used to have these holidays. We have holidays on the program, you know, 6 holidays a month, eat whatever you want to, call them hog trough days. And I used to think, I got to make the most of this. Now, it may be that I just pick at something I'm not supposed to have because I do not want the aftermath of that. I can't stand it.
And I don't want to get on the scale and see what I did to myself. Right. And then I have to work to get that off. So, no, not worth it.
No, it's not. It is definitely not worth it. So, doesn't sound like you've had many holidays. Have you taken some? Two. Tell us what those were.
The first one was, what was my first one? I don't even remember. But the second one, it may have been at my mom's birth. No, I don't remember. I don't remember what my first one was. Must not have been too great. But the second one was right when we got back from our music festival. I wanted to eat at the festival so bad, but my brain, I just couldn't. I would just look at the food, and there were all these food trucks, and everybody was eating, and I felt like I had earned that, and I wanted to eat it, but I just couldn't do it. So, but when we got back, my daughter wanted to go to Chili's, and so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to have a holiday. So I got the triple dipper. You know what that is? Like a platter of fat, and I ate the whole thing, and then we split one of those chocolate and lava cakes, and and I almost died on the way home. I mean, it was awful. I was miserable, and I said then I won't do that again.
Definitely a hog trough day. You're too pretty to be having a hog trough day.
The whole time though, I was going, this is good.
Yeah, it's good.
And the waitress was looking at me like I was crazy, and sorry, I've been losing weight. This is my first holiday.
Well, here's the other thing. When you've worked as hard as some of us have worked, what you also find is that now, certainly the aftermath of that wasn't good, but you eating it, you enjoyed it so much more than you did in the past because you never used to get it all the time.
Yes.
You don't. The thing that's killing most people, they don't even enjoy anymore. It's just habit. So I love earning the right to have a holiday.
I don't think I ever really let myself get hungry before I ate again. I mean, I just ate, overate, and never let myself get hungry. And now I don't get hungry because I just eat when I'm supposed to eat and eat what I'm supposed to eat, and I feel good. But it does take time. You're not going to do that overnight.
No.
You're not going to do it in 2 weeks. It takes time.
Well, you just said something key too. The enjoyment of food again because you're hungry. And I used to never be hungry. I just ate.
Yes.
But like today, I try to make sure that in a 24-hour period, I have at least a 12-hour fast. That's healthy. So I eat, I go to bed, I get up, I go to jiu-jitsu. I get done today, and it's been more than 12 hours since I've ate, and I'm really hungry. I'm not mentally having a weakness. I'm hungry. And then to have, looked in the fridge, you got a leftover, that the We Fixed It video we put, where you've got the, I think we called it chicken cheesesteak.
Yeah, I'm going to try that.
Yeah. So
that.
I have it. It's roughly 300, 350 calories. It didn't fill me. It was so satisfying. I felt energy welling up in me again because my body needed it. Then, I hadn't eat again. I'll be hungry when I eat again. And
yep.
I think so many of us just live to eat instead of eat to live.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. I have discovered how to eat to live. And it's not, I mean, it's really, once you get used to this program and you learn it and that becomes your way of life, it's not hard. It's harder to have a holiday to me now than it is just to eat Shibboleth. Way.
Yeah. So true. So true. So we're getting ready to wrap this up because I know she's got things to do. If y'all have questions, please begin to ask those questions. I've got one more big question for her. But if you have questions, now's the time to start asking those questions. We are recording. We will put out there so that everybody can see it really, really soon. Abby, there's people listening, people that will watch, and they're falling in one of many categories. They're either making excuses, they're their own worst enemy. They just don't feel like now's the right time to do what they know is the right thing to do. They have, or perhaps have done this over and over and over and feel like a failure, though that's their perception. Only folks that are failures are those that quit and give up, So you've got all kind of personalities out there, and whether you realize it or not, they want to be you. They're either happy for you or they're jealous of you. I'm not trying to offend anybody. That's just the way it is. They're either happy for you and want to do it, or they're jealous. Jealousy is very cruel too. So, these folks that they want to do it, but don't believe in themselves enough to do it, don't believe in the program enough to do it, whatever it is, what would you tell them? What's your advice to them?
Well, I guess I would say to take a long, hard look in the mirror, and can you live the rest of your life with what you see and how you feel? And if you can, then like you say, then be happy eating and being overweight and, make the best of it. But you don't have to live that way. Nobody has to live that way. All you have to do is make up your mind. And every time that you have an obstacle in your way, you think about your goal and make small goals. You don't have to have this huge goal like I have to lose 70 pounds and I'm never going to get there, and I'm starving today and I can't do this tomorrow. Just make small goals. Earn your 10-pound badge. Earn your, watch your videos, journal every day, whether you want to or not. It takes 3 minutes, and any time of the day. But you have to make up your mind, and you have to know that you can. What I did, anybody can do. I'm no different from anybody else. I'm not special. God didn't give me something that He didn't give you. Everybody has it in them, and you just have to dig down deep. You have to find it, grab a hold of it, and hold on to it, and just go with it. And you have to make sacrifices, and you have to be okay with that. And your family may have to sacrifice, and they have to be okay with that. And if they're not, then you have to be okay with them not being okay.
That's right. Right.
So, anybody can do it. You just set your mind to it. Keep your goal in the front of your mind. And like you say, begin with the ending in mind. Keep your eye on the prize, and you can do it.
Yes. Amen. Amen. Cassie Camp?
That's my sister.
Oh, okay.
And I'm talking to her too.
Yeah, she said earlier, you did not have to roll around on the ground to get up.
Yes, I did.
And then she says, she asked, are we having a holiday for Thanksgiving?
I will have a spoonful of each thing that I want, but I will not go over, and I will not have a day 2.
There you go. Just one holiday, right?
One holiday. Maybe. I really haven't made up my mind yet. But on my birthday, I think I'm going to try to make a Shibboleth cake. Maybe there's something I can make. I don't know. A brownie or something. I'll find something.
There's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Hit Sasha and I up, and we'll point you to some of our favorites. There's some good stuff there. So, all right, now over here in Zoom room. Diana, Vicky said hilarious. Diana Gray says, laughing out loud, been there, self-control scares people. Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But it
freaks them out because they're like, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
And
but they can.
Yeah.
They can.
Absolutely.
That's what people tell me. I want to do that, but I have no discipline. I have no self-control. I have, I can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Their want to is what they don't have.
Yes. And that was the thing too, was that, when I did my first goal, I say, for the festival, was I wanted that so much more than I wanted the food.
Yeah.
And, and even now I want to reach my goal more than I want anything right now. So.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, I had all those years to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things in this short life that I hadn't experienced was the body I wanted. I've experienced the food. Do I want to spend the rest of my life just experiencing the food, or do I want to finally experience the real me? And, that is, you can't have both. You can't have both.
I used to look in the mirror and think, I wonder what I would be like if I were skinny. I wonder what would I look like? How would I feel?
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the few things. I've had buyer's remorse a lot in my life. Something I really wanted. I worked hard for it and I got it. It didn't come easy and I was a little disappointed. Losing weight, no buyer's remorse.
No.
I got a lot more back than even what I invested into it.
Yeah.
If you get people to see that, because they fear loss. They're afraid they're going to give up something and the return isn't going to be enough. It's so much more than what you got to pay for it.
That's right.
Everything's got a price tag. If you want to lose 96 pounds, there's a price tag associated with it. She told you what it is. You got to be willing to pay the price or you can't have it. It's that simple.
Yep.
I want so bad, and I'll probably have buyer's remorse, but I've wanted one all of my adult life. I want a 4-door Jeep. I wanted ever since they made 4-door Jeep. I wanted a 2-door before they made the 4-door. I want a 4-door Jeep. I always wanted one. Still ain't got one. Can't afford one. I want to afford that. Well, it's got a price attached to it, and I got to be willing to pay the price.
Yep.
And I got to pay the price every time I get money saved up. Some emergency happens and I got to go spend it. And I got to be willing to pay the price because I ain't going in debt. I ain't having no more payments, never, ever again. So I got to pay for it outright. I can't have it. So may not ever have it, but there's a price tag attached to it. The same thing for what Abby tried to accomplish. There was a price tag attached to what she wanted. Are you willing to pay it? Because if you're not, you need to do what Abby said. Just be happy where you are because you ain't never going to have it. So I got to be happy with Sasha has to be happy with the mystery van that's got 350,000 miles on it. I got to be happy with the sport track that's got 200,000 miles on it. I just got to be happy with that because I can't have the other. This is a little different. This is hard because everybody here can have their dream body.
Yes.
If you're willing to pay the price.
Yes.
Daggone it, Abby. You got me fired up. All right, so
they're saying. Fired up too. It's my favorite thing to talk about.
Diana says, this has been very inspiring. Thank you, Abby.
You're welcome.
Good stuff. Great comments. Anything else that you want to share? Carol Mathis, so proud of my
mama.
No. What?
That's my mama.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And she's doing good too. She's doing good too. Yeah, that's my mama.
I did not know that. I did not know Carol was your. I love Carol.
I know. She's great, isn't she?
Carol's one of the few people that stuck with me when I lost everything I had.
Yep.
Carol, no wonder she's like she is. Acorns don't fall far from the tree.
That's right.
Yay! Boy, what a small world it is. Yeah, I see it now. I see
We
it.
have the same face.
I see it now. Daggone.
That's so funny.
Well, I love your mama.
Me too.
All right. And Cindy, the rock star, her and Elizabeth and several that have hit that, Carrie Coate, they've hit that 170, 180 pound mark. Cindy, 180 pounds down, just come on.
That's great.
Congratulations, Abby.
Thank you.
That's one thing, and probably another stupid thing to say, but that's another thing. People that watch this, and y'all know it's just life. People that have never had the success you've had, some are evolved and they're happy for you, right? But I call them unevolved people. It's hard for them to be happy for you. But watch this. Anybody that's ever reached that level, like Cindy, you won't find anybody that's ever went through the effort and the sacrifice, and they did it, that won't be happy for you.
Yes.
Just like right now, I bet anybody, it wouldn't even have to be kinfolk or a friend. If you met them and they've done it too, you're so happy for them.
Yes. Every time that people post their badges or they say, I got on the scale and, I lost this much, I'm like, oh, yay, that's so good.
Yeah, it's that way. I mean, it's life. You got to be prepared for life. You take poor people and you hang around poor people and you ever get rich, they won't like you no more. But rich people that have paid the price to be rich, they like you because they know you know, never mind. I'm not making any sense. But I feel rich. I am rich in faith and in self-respect and self-discipline. And you are too. And I'm so proud of you and so proud to know you. All right. Diana Grace says, my husband and I have lost 138 pounds between the two of us.
I saw that. That's great.
Yay. Good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. I think Carol's in the Zoom room and on Facebook Live.
Hey, Mama.
Great stuff, y'all. It all goes well. We've got this recorded. Abby, thank you for investing your time in the Shibboleth.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a blessing. I hope you'll come back.
I will.
We're really looking forward with this new platform to having a roundtable discussion with several folks at the same time, like Abby, like Cindy, like Buddy, all here so that you can see them all. Because what I found, when you get that many, I mean, just real successful people together in a room and they start sharing, it becomes fun. And we'd love to have you back when you have time.
Thank you. Anytime. I was nervous, but this was fun. The nerves went away.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, remember, TGIF, thank God it's Friday, but you got to have your wits about you on Friday night because the diet devil is out there.
That's right.
It'll be worth it. Let your hair down some other way without food and without too much alcohol.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll talk to you later. Thank you so much, Abby.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. See y'all.